Why have you vied for MPship in your constituency? What's the problem?
I think
What are those issues that you think
that's a
you are the
very
only one who has the solution?
that's a very good question, and it deserves a very good answer. First of all, Jonam is unique. Jonam, for your information, I want you to do a documentary on Jonam as a people and as a constituency. Why is Jonam unique? Jonam is one of the leftovers of colonial misadministration in Africa.
Oh,
Colonial misadministration in Africa. Jonam is one of the epicenters of bad colonial policies. Jonam. How? This was your question. In 1910, and about that time, Jonam we were Belgian. We were Belgian. We were Congo. We became part of Uganda in 1910.
hey, Jonam, you were part of
Congo, the Belgian Congo, West Nile.
Hey.
We became part of Uganda in 1910.
That is-
Just 1910.
that is
50
King-
years after
That is King who? The one who
Leopold.
Leopold.
We were property of King Leopold. We were Congo. We became part of Uganda in 1910, 52 years before independence. Just 52 years. We became part of Uganda 1910. The British, one of their most failed policies is in Jonam.
Spy Uganda, the Spy Television, Andrew Irumba Live. This is my first show, I must say, since the year began. And I am honored to be beginning it with a new member of parliament for Jonam, my comrade Marshal Alenyo. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Yes.
So how has been the race?
The race, very tight race.
If somebody asks you, let's go back to the race, what do you?
Well, because of what I went through
Hey.
and the chance to see exactly how my people lived and digging deep in those villages and the songs they're receiving. Well, I will take it again. Of course, in 2031, I'll go through the same race. So, yeah.
You're already declaring for the second term?
I have to. You can't finish all I have to achieve in only 5 years.
Okay. Marshall is the newly elected member of parliament for Jonam County in Parkwards District.
Yes, sir.
Marshall,
Yes.
first, for the first time people who are seeing you for the first time,
Yes.
first give us a little kind of history about you and your family.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Thank you very much. I'm not the firstborn. The
Okay.
firstborn is Alenyo William. Always people in the
Alenyo
race.
George William.
Alenyo, Professor Alenyo.
Professor
George
Alenyo
William.
George William.
Yes.
Hey,
that is
he's
the
your elder
first-
brother?
Yes. That's the family.
You know, Alenyo is my senior.
Ah,
He's
really?
my hey!
Very good.
Now, Pan-African Pyramid, Alenyo is our senior.
So is my signpost. Wherever I go, they know that Alenyo's young brother.
Hey,
That
okay.
wherever I go, that has been the
Alenyo
story.
is a former legal
Assistant
to
the
former
Attorney General
the
of
former
this
Attorney
country.
General and the former Chief Justice,
Yes.
Bat Katureri.
Yes, and is the elder son of our late father. Our father was Ezrom William Alenyo. He was the chairman of NEBI. By that time, all the 3 districts.
Chairman
Pakwach,
LC1, LC2, LC3,
LC5.
LC5.
Yeah, for the whole of NEBI, which was Pakwach, Zombo, and the current NEBI district itself, which remained. So he controlled all those 3 districts as one. So yeah, he was the giant of his time.
Hey.
But we grew up in a political house. His own father was a chief. So he grew up in a home where I think leadership was passed on to him.
Leadership is a trait that has been pursuing you
Yes.
as a family, not you pursuing it.
No.
The leadership
And-
is pursuing you.
Yes, and we've given a lot of civil service to the country. We calculated we have served the country with over 45 years of civil service. My 17 years in civil service. My sister, who is a doctor, Dr. Rose Alenyo, is in government. Peter Alenyo is an assistant superintendent of police. He's now acting commissioner of police.
Hey.
Richard Alenyo, who is a senior land management officer in Pakwach. Our young brother Victor Alenyo, who is in NEBI Hospital. our sister, Dr. Alenyo, who is in the World Health Organization. We've tried to serve. We've been very vibrant in civil service. We've served the nation. Our sister, Comfort Alenyo, who is a lawyer in Dar es Salaam. Our own children have come up now in a generation of service. We have lawyers and doctors coming up. So that is the family. First, the family. We are Jonam by tribe. That means inherently we are fishermen. Jonam is the word, Jo means people, Nam means river. People of the river. We are in the constitution. We are found in Pokwach predominantly. We eat fish, and we are mathematical people. People confuse the Jonam with the Alur, but we are a small enclave of fish-eating people. Found in Pokwach. My constituency is a district. The entire district is the whole constituency. That's why it has been very hard.
Jonam.
Jonam constituency. Of the Jonam people, 586 villages, 10 sub-counties, 48 parishes, and we had more than 200 rallies to address. So that is the constituency. But on my personal note, I am called Marshall Alenyo Godfrey. I studied from Nyaravur Primary School in Nebi.
Nyaravur is in Nebi.
Yes. Then I also went to Chiswa Primary School here in Kampala.
Chiswa here in Kampala?
Yes.
Ogolob here?
Yes. I was one of the first students in Chiswa to touch a first grade.
Hey.
I was a legend in that school.
Hey.
And I went to Namilyango College for my A-level. I went to Chibuli, Muslim.
A-level, O-level, where were you?
Chibuli.
O-level Chibuli?
Yes.
Then
A-level Namilyango College. That's where we interacted with those of Mao Nobat, Tegule Gawaya, the Odoch Williams.
Mao is your friend?
Mao is a friend. And an alumni, we were together at Namilyango at our time. So, yeah, I went to Namilyango, then I went to Makerere University. At Makerere University, I entered politics. I entered politics through Makerere.
Makerere University?
Yes. I was in the GRC, Guild Representative Council. For my hall, Nkrumah Hall, was Sajefo. And I set a record.
For Sajefo?
Yes, and I set a record. I set a record for Makerere. We were 17 members of the GRC. So you remember the voting in Makerere was in such a way that you had to tick. We are 40-something candidates. Yes. But you had to tick 17 to go to the GRC. I remember whoever voted for the GRC, of all the ballots, someone ticked number 7.
They ticked you.
Number 7. So I got 100%. Each ballot, someone ticked Alenyo, and I was number 7. That's one of my most legendary things in politics, I remember, GRC. So when I went through GRC, I became a minister of social affairs. It was the most powerful ministry in Makerere those days, because you controlled things the youth wanted, the guild canteen, you controlled, the university had a disco.
Music, entertainment.
Yes, and everyone wanted to dance.
You were in charge?
And I was in charge. And the guild canteen was the place to go. So it made me very famous. I was a very famous minister. My guild president was Charles Rumshana.
Hey!
Yes.
Rumshana here?
Yes, we led under the Needy Students movement. Well, at that time, we believed that we didn't have to have politics only for the rich. We believed that we could have a candidate who was poor, and that the leadership would come even if you were poor. So we created the Needy Students movement in Makerere. I remember that time my candidacy for guild president had been stopped because I had an issue. I had slept at the university, and MUFA. It was called MUFA. Students who never used to go home, they would sleep at the university. So I was one of them. So we had challenges with our nomination. So we supported Romushana. We came together. I led the campaigns. I brought on all my people, and we won. And it was the first time after a while, after Njuba, that a student guild president aligned to the NRM won at Makerere. So that was our government of Charles Romushana and Audrey Kwabogo. is a very close friend of mine. We talk many times. Odwe Krabogo became our Minister for Pan-African Affairs. I was Social Affairs. The late Ofungo Bedmoth was Minister for Campus Affairs. Bukoke she's been doing her politics in Kasese. She was a Minister for Women Affairs. Yeah, that was some of our cabinet. And we handed over to Kazungu.
You didn't come to interact at any one point with the late Nobo Mayombo?
Of course, those were the
days.
I interacted with Mayombo twice. I interacted with Mayombo when he was campaigning with Honorable Norbert Mao, because Honorable Mayombo campaigned with Mao, and it polarized the Guild President debate. So most of us, of course, having been from the north and east, were on the side of Mao. But I found him very intelligent. And later, when he was a PS in the Ministry of Defense, I was in the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Yeah, you worked in the Ministry of Internal Affairs?
Yes, and I was in charge of passports. I did the President's passports, State House. I was in charge of passports for State House, the Presidency, ISO, UPDF.
Hey.
Yes, the military.
Hey, I'm sure you have eaten things.
I've not eaten things. Things have eaten me. I'll be far.
The entire family has been in things.
We tried to serve. We've been a generation of service. So, I met Mariomba again when now he was in the ministry. And if you remember that photo where Mayombo exhibited a lot of humility when he was tying the shoes
of his commander-in-chief.
Yeah, that was I think in Paida. Because that time I was already in charge of the border of Paida. I was already in immigration. And I was the head of a border. And I remember when he saw me that time when they came, he said, "Hey man, you are here." I said, "Yeah, I've started my service from the village."
Now, many people, when people meet me, they say I resemble Norbert Mao.
Yes.
When I met Norbert Mao at our friend's wedding,
yes,
Honorable Freddie Mukasambi, that his wedding.
Actually, you resemble Mao, yes.
Mao met me and said, "You man."
Yes.
"Are you my brother?" And I don't know. I also said, "You man, are you my brother?" And I didn't.
Then you resemble Mao.
Then he said, "Where did your father come from?"
Yes.
I told him, "I'm not so sure."
Yeah, you resemble
right now
Mao.
we call each other brothers.
And as long as you keep his cut, that type of cut, you would pass for his brother. And these frames are exactly
the same.
type. Yes.
So whenever we meet each other, we say brothers, comrades.
Yeah.
So now, Marshall,
yes.
Is this your first trial at parliamentary politics?
No. I tried in 2021. I ran for my father died in 2019.
COVID.
And 2019 September.
Was that COVID?
No, before COVID. And when Mzee died, we had left politics for our father, particularly elective politics. We did not venture because Mzee was elderly and was a statesman, and people still needed him. Was serving them well. So all of us, the sons, we did not get involved.
Yeah.
We were just giving him background. Particularly me, I was like his prime minister. Whenever people had issues with him, they would call me, Marshall,
and you say,
fix this. Yeah. And if you see there is a photo, I want you to look up the newspaper. There's a newspaper photo of Feb 16th, 2016. Yeah? 16th Feb 2016. He's swearing in, his last swearing in as chairman of NEBI. It's a New Vision photo. I was with him, holding for him the document he was using to swear in and the microphone. I held for him. He was now tired. But we knew people desired him as a statesman. Once a person is a statesman, people need him even in old age. So we left for him. So after that, when he died,
2021 is when you come in now.
2021 I
you
come
make the
in.
first trial.
Yes,
first
but
attempt.
I had not been involved in politics before, apart from supporting Mzee. So I come in and I contested for Member of Parliament for Jonam. We contested, we were 4. The Honorable Fredo March, Jachano March, NRM, Honorable Ngierto Emmanuel, who is the current MP for Jonam, the current chairman-elect, LC504 Shaban, and myself. So of all of us 4, it's only the Honorable Fred Jachano March who left elective politics. And all of us three who were on that ballot, we are MP-elect, MP-elect, and LC5 elect. We've all won where we went.
This time round?
Yes. Because
Hey.
Ongerto is MP-elect for Nebi Municipal. Ofoi Shaban is LC5 elect for Pokwach. And me, I'm MP-elect for Jonam County. So all of us three who competed, apart from the Chano match, we won elections this time. So I tried in 2021. Of course.
So what happened? Why did you fail?
I was
or
new.
rather, where were you unsuccessful? Failure is a bad thing.
Failure is a big bad word. Yeah.
Where
I was unsuccessful for three reasons. One, I knew I was not going to be successful. First of all, to start with, it was an introductory run. My father had just died. I did not even speak the local language perfectly. You understand? I did not even have a house in the village. A house. My father had given us part of our land, but I had not yet constructed my house. And when Mzee died, I was in the UK that time. I was in London. So I had not yet domesticated myself and established myself. So when I ran in 2021, I knew strictly I was introducing myself to the people that, ladies and gentlemen, there is an Alenyo.
Here I am.
Yes, there is an Alenyo coming. And they know for us Alenyos in politics, we do big things. We're not going to just come, and we're coming to serve people. And I told people that I had run for the NRM primaries in 2021 to just introduce myself in the party so that people knew that this is an NRM. And that was it. But I was not agreeing with the entire running as an NRM up to leadership. So this time when I came, I would have gone for the primaries, but I did not. I went straight. I did not run for primaries. I just went straight because I knew, I had a feel of the constituency. I knew they were going to vote for the president as a person. I knew they were not comfortable sending NRM to represent their constituency because they had issues, which I think later we'll dig into. Yeah,
okay, so, very good. Now,
so that's me.
Before you came into politics, when you left the public service,
I asked to retire early.
So what have you been up to? What have you been doing? Have you been in the village digging? Have you been a taxi driver? What have you been doing, Marshall?
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I served government as an immigration officer. I retired as a senior immigration officer, legal. Of the things I did for this country includes writing the background notes for the national ID.
National ID?
Yes, the national ID of this country. I wrote the legal background notes for it in 2007.
Hey.
Yes. So when I was in immigration, we wrote the reason why we should have a national ID, which was then provided for under, I think, Section 33 of the Uganda Citizenship and Immigration Act.
So you're a lawyer?
I'm a lawyer by profession. So when I asked to retire in 2015, I asked the government that I've done my part. My life is now going to change. I just returned from my master's of law from Ireland, where I studied. My master's was in international policy, public policy, and international human rights law. So when I came back, I had been a member of the Refugee Eligibility Committee of this country, representing immigration on the Eligibility Committee. So because of those two things, my role in immigration at the refugee level and being a lawyer by profession, I hold a Bachelor of Laws from Makerere University, an upper class Masters of Law from National University of Ireland, Cork. So I said, no, let me set up a law firm which would specialize mostly on immigration-related litigation, which is very narrow in this country. And I started practice, but I was not litigating a lot. I was mostly in advisory. I wanted to build on the issue of refugee, and so I was retained by UNHCR to do most of their trainings related to immigration laws and refugee management in this country. So I'm well seated in issues of refugee management in this country. And I've been a trainer for most of their UNHCR OPM sessions. So I was doing that and also doing legal work as a lawyer, surviving. So we set up offices on the Winton Road. I think that's
where you've been.
Yes.
Since you left public
internal
service.
affairs, yes. And
Dewington Road.
Yes, on Dewington Road, Plot 9. And I've been also interacting heavily with the constituency because I believe that to be a good MP, I don't have to just go win an election, go do my posters, and go back to Kampala as a winner. No, no, no. I wanted to know my people. So I've embedded myself in the people, in knowing their issues and living through some of those issues. And also trying to study the president of this country, deliberately focusing on the president, his speeches, and what he says, how he does these things, and how he drives his agenda, and how he has metamorphosed over time up to the president talking about self-help and personal wealth creation. So I had to deliberately study the president and study my people's issues over 5 years. And I know one time I will invite you to the constituency and we move through some of the areas, through those issues. They will tell you that that man came here and lived with us for some time. I had to live in the fishing community. I had to go walk with those women as they went to the wells. I had to be with those young men and see how alcohol is eating up my people and see how lack of, they had a lot of free time, yet it was killing them. I had to see how hostile the weather is to agriculture of the people. Jonam is a really barren part. It's a sandy ground. I had to know that why there is a disconnect between the MP and the people. By the way, our MP was the first time an MP left the constituency and said, I'm not coming back, and went to another constituency. And
he abandoned mid-term?
Yes.
His term?
Yes, and left it for me and said, Marshall, that's your constituency. I've gone to the north. And look, I had to run a constituency.
Before you were elected?
Yes. And I had
Wait a minute. The man was elected, Jonam,
county.
Parliament.
Yes. And then he announced,
mid-term.
Not even mid-term, within a year, he announces, yes, that this constituency I've left for Marshall. I have gone to Nebi, to another constituency. That's where he lives. So
he started taking care of the other constituency, his new constituency.
Yes. And
he left this one to you.
Exactly.
At that time, who was the current MP of where he had gone?
Hashim, who he has defeated in the elections. Honorable Hashim, who's NRM, who he defeated now in the
so you have been
So he goes out and creates a vacuum in the constituency. That is why I now had to come in. They will always tell you, and when you take a tour as the spy to the constituency, they will tell you that Marshall had to step in, all children are going to sit their PLAs.
But legally, isn't that, you're a lawyer?
Yes.
Is that correct legally?
No.
For you to be elected for these people, this community,
yes,
you abandon it, and so they don't have a representation, they don't have a voice in
abandoning is if we use the word abandoning, we shall practice terminological inexactitude, which is wrong. We don't have to do that. We cannot use the word abandoning because he could come, his wife died when he was there, and the wife was buried there, and all the other MPs came. So he was with the community. But he had announced that now me, I've gone to my new community. And everyone knew that our MP has left this community, this constituency, and has abdicated the throne to Honorable Marshall and has gone to another constituency. I'm not a disciple. I'm not a believer in the word abandon. The word abandon is used
Which
several.
Other term can you use it? He delegated you. Okay.
He shifted. He delegated. But of course, there were circumstances why he had to say, I've left for Marshall, because it was obvious and it was automatic, because as he won the other term, we had been very pronounced in the politics leading to this one. So, yeah, we grappled with the whole constituency. The issues of the schools, the funerals, you can imagine. We are talking about over 600 funerals in the term of 5 years, where we will help people. People are arrested. Even today, as we talk, people are appearing. The fisheries were arresting our people, banning boats. Cases are still pending in Masindi. We called hiring trucks to look for jobs for the youth to go and sit for those interviews. It's been very colossal. I think people just had to reward me with my own term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, Marshall,
Yes.
you have won an election. On which political party?
Good question. When we were campaigning in the field, I used to tell people that I'm winning on Jonam itself. I ran as an independent, first of all. Even when I was an independent, I represent the PLU, which is an offshoot of the
NRM.
Patriotic League of Uganda. I was holding their ground in Pakwach as a PLU. And of course, when we got our instructions that those who are PLU would support the government and the president, NRM. So I did not involve myself with the primaries. I knew that I would not go for the primaries. I just waited for the finals. But if we had left the current flag bearer to campaign for the president alone in Pakwach, the president was not going to get above 50%, because Bobby Wine took Pakwach Jonam as his project. He really wanted to operate there. He came there. He moved to Panyimur. He caused a lot of chaos in the townships. So when we had already started our campaigns, the political leadership of the country, people like Audrey Wabogo, who knew my stand, they all approached me and said, no, you need to back up the president. They gave me the president's T-shirts to distribute. They gave me the mandate to campaign for the president. And because I won, that means, brother, that means I'm more popular than the one who lost. So I took up the president's campaign. I started campaigning for the president. As
an independent candidate?
Yes.
But then you're involved in president's activities?
Yes.
So what about the flag bearer of that constituency?
He was also campaigning for the president, but he was weak. He was weak. He had got the flag as an amalgamation of so many factors, so many people.
So who was receiving the resources to champion the president's cause there?
He was receiving. I was receiving T-shirts. I received T-shirts, and he received all the resources. So my meager resources, I used some. When the president came to Pakwach...
You were using your personal resources?
Exactly. When the president came to Pakwach to campaign, I received him. I gave my truck and my music system. It was the one making noise throughout the whole of Pakwach town, free, to receive my president. And people were celebrating with my truck and my music system, more than the other trucks which maybe were hired for the same thing. So all my rallies, I started and closed with, we need the president to win. Help me, vote for me to go to parliament, but I need the president to be the one, because I have issues I want him to resolve for me when I'm MP, which issues are known.
Very good. Now, let's go into the deeper discussion.
Yes.
Number one,
yes,
we're going to talk about your times now in parliament.
Yes.
But let's first finish this one in your constituency. Marshall.
Yes.
Why have you vied for MPship in your constituency? What's the problem? What are those issues that you think you are the only one who has the solution?
That's a very good question. And it deserves a very good answer. First of all, Jonam is unique. Jonam, for your information, I want you to do a documentary on Jonam as a people and as a constituency. Why is Jonam unique? Jonam is one of the leftovers of colonial misadministration in Africa.
Oh.
Colonial misadministration in Africa. Jonam is one of the epicenters of bad colonial policies. Jonam. How was your question. In 1910, and about that time, Jonam we were Belgian. We were Belgian. We were Congo. We became part of Uganda in 1910.
Hey, Jonam, you were part of
Congo, the Belgian Congo, West Nile. We became part of Uganda in 1910. Just 1910.
That is
50
King,
years after.
That is King who? The one who...
Leopold.
Leopold.
We were property of King Leopold. We were Congo. We became part of Uganda in 1910, 52 years before independence. Just 52 years. We became part of Uganda 1910. The British, one of their most failed policies is in Jonam. Why? The Jonam, we were settled, the eastern part of the Nile, this side, before you cross the bridge, called Lokapalango.
Lokapalango.
Loka is like the place, Palango. The entire election of 2026, the number one election issue for Jonam is the land where we were, Lokapalango. The land east of Pokwach, as you know it today, the land was ours. That's where we were.
Whose is it today?
That's the question. It has been cheated. It has been taken up by people. The government also has people there. Our people have been fighting for that land. The number one election issue in Jonam is the land of Jonam, and created by the British. Why? The British removed us from that land because of flies and took us to our current location. Are you hearing, sir?
Yes, sir.
All people were shifted forcefully by the British. Because fly was killing people.
Instead of killing the flies,
they removed all of us and then sprayed fly and killed the flies. Do you understand?
After killing the fly, they did not bring you back.
They never took us back.
So who is occupying the land today?
Now people have stolen our land.
Which people are Marshall? I am asking you a very direct question. Which people? Who? Irumba? Who?
Do not panic. One of the issues why the Jonam have sent me to Parliament is to go and explode with that matter on the floor of Parliament. We have a State House report, which I will give you. Brigadier Soke. He did a report.
That is my village mate. That's my brother.
Ask him about the Palango.
We come from the same village.
He did a report, State House finding Jonam land. We were chased from our land. Our people were killed in that land. Up to today, our women, our mothers were stopped from farming our own land. We were chased across the Genos. Those people took the land. We now hear land.
You mean the Genos in the army?
In the army.
The army of the other King Leopold or the army of this?
The current army. They know themselves. The matter is coming.
Masu,
you need to read the report of Isoke.
I have not yet got it. You'll give it to me. But Masu, are you a coward?
I'm not a coward.
So I've asked you one question.
Yes.
You have answered all other questions very well. You have only failed on one question. You have told me your land was taken.
True.
You've been on the ground.
True. And I have instructions.
Now my question is, which is very direct. Who has taken your land? Where are you beating around the bush?
Brother.
Yes.
You know, I'm a lawyer.
Yes.
And I'm a lawyer with a master's, an upper class master's. I don't go sprinkling information just like that. I don't practice that type of argument. I have told you, I've defined my opponent. I've told you our land was taken. Everyone in this country knows our land was taken. I have told you Brigadier Soke did an investigation and found that Brigadier General. Jonam land was taken. It is on record.
So Brigadier Soke has not told you who has taken, because he said the land was taken. Now the question is who? Isoke doesn't have that answer, and you don't have it.
I have it. It is very clearly listed in that report. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not caught in the fight of mentioning people's names on air. That's what I'm trying to liberate.
But one thing you told me is that
generals.
it is generals that are involved in taking over.
Yes, because our people were killed, military deployed. The report is there. It names people who I don't want to name because I'm not on the floor of Parliament to have that parliamentary immunity.
From the floor of Parliament.
I have to read it from the Parliament so that I have parliamentary immunity. I don't want people to move on me civilly. But the list is there. The report is there, and you know you are said it. And you know I'm going to mention you in parliament. That is why Jonam gave me to go and read the name. And I'm going to
Your
read
first appearance in parliament, you are coming with such a big...
the entire job of the MP of
Marshall, you are
Jonam.
dead. Marshall, you are dead. Marshall, you are dead.
So be it.
You are dead.
So they sent me to, my father also died. Leaders died.
You are following your father.
Leaders
You are
died.
dead.
Leaders died. Who told you that longevity has its place? Longevity has its place. But in politics, it's not the longevity of life that matters. It's the longevity of the ideology you defend for. The MP of Jonam, let me tell you now, for you to know, in 2026, Jonam elected for 2 reasons. Brother, whether you talked about schools, whether you talked about this, it was not important. The important thing was we want an MP who is going to comment about our land, which has been grabbed, the land which has been taken
by generals,
and the report is there. Me, I want to be guided by that report and explode in parliament. There are reports of parliament. I will not be the first MP to bring it up. The first MP who brought it up was in 1963, the Honorable Martin Okello Abe, MP Jonam County, DP. He moved a motion on the floor of parliament, which led to the unfreezing of those lands which had become game reserves. When they removed Jonam and put this side, our lands were declared as game reserve. The MP, the Honorable Martin Okello Abe, spoke in parliament. The records are there in Hansard. And they are very clear there. And they told us, go back to your lands. And we went back. And people chased us. Why did we leave again? The Konyi War. Because Konyi was operating in that area. So we ran back. Because those were areas Konyi used to kill people in. It was safer to be this side. When we now try to come back,
now that Konyi is gone.
Lands were grabbed, etc. I know some people sold. That's fine. All will be found out. The Isoke report is there. It's very clear with photos, how people were chased.
I'm going to give General Isoke a call and we discuss. Isoke is my brother, is my friend.
Please, General Isoke.
I closely work with him, so I'm going to ask you.
You did a very good job.
I'm going to ask you.
And the report is there. And for me, I read that report. I agreed with the State House report. And so for us as Jonam, they sent me to parliament to do very few things.
This is the first assignment they are giving you. And the first assignment going to kill you.
Exactly. The only assignment.
If I were you, I would first keep quiet at the end. I finish this first term 5 years. I give something. Then I come back in the second term. Now I speak their voice. You want to begin?
I'm a typical Jonam. When I was a kid, we used to cross the river and go to those lands. The entire Jonam, the life of Jonam is about that land. Let no other person lie you that.
Marshall.
Do you know that?
Marshall.
Can I whisper to you? Did you know that I never had a manifesto?
Hey, you didn't have a manifesto?
Do you know that I never had a manifesto?
No, you didn't know.
And it's on record. I even told my voters, me, I have no manifesto.
My manifesto is this Jonam land.
Jonam have issues. The soldiers on the river and the PPF over those operations on our rivers. They want you to handle the fisheries so that there is sanity. The issue of land, number one, is issue of the road, over education. Those are secondary. Where is our land? Where would I even bother with the manifesto? They set for me the manifesto. It is there. We want an MP to go and resolve these issues.
The land.
So don't even ask me those things that what is your manifesto. They also know that this MP,
your manifesto is Jonam land.
And the issue was, it now was a legal matter. There's a court case in Guru. You can find time and look for it, where some of those Jonams who were beaten up and roughed up, there's a court case pending in Guru, which I want to bring up and consolidate here. And we make a big constitutional case on, and we find out whether it was proper for the colonial government to leave us there. Next, another government also leaves us there. Then people come and just take our land, just like that, as if for us we were not there, and yet we are there. So my job was very clear. My manifesto was people's problems. My manifesto with the Jonam is, I'll have a manifesto in 2031, But for now,
Marshall, you are going to have a manifesto in 2031.
yeah. But now,
are you sure? How sure
you know when a
they have
patient,
elected you for one term.
yes, once I'm an Alenyo, we don't rule for 5 years. We rule till we are tired because we serve people.
Let's come back in the second episode.